There are secrets that are never written down, only whispered in the dark. But today, the light has been revealed, and the truth is, you have been targeted. Dear friend, if you have ever felt invisibly held back, as if every door closes despite your best efforts, then maybe it's not because of you. There is something you do not know. Someone has interfered with your fate, not with guns, not with harsh words. They did it silently, through a pact made in the shadows, with a woman whose soul was forged in the spiritual realm. A pact is not just a simple conversation. It is a ritual, a ceremony, a commitment between envy and mystical power. And in that ritual, you are the target. The irony is, you don't even know, because it's hidden, because of the darkness, because of the silence, because of names never spoken aloud. They don't use silver. They don't use gold. They use something more precious. Your name, your photo, your birth date. They whisper your name into the wind, not to bless, but to create invisible chains. But what they didn't expect is that there is a being watching, a power that never sleeps, a light unshaken by darkness. And when heaven sees, nothing remains hidden. You were not meant to know this. They don't want you to realize why you're silent, why everything goes wrong, why your heart feels empty, because a dark force dwells within you, controlling every action and sometimes doing wrong things against your will. It is a woman who always dwells in the shadows. This woman was used to controlling things unseen by ordinary eyes. Her hands were steady as stone when opening ancient books, calling out names of entities no one dared mention. She walked into darkness without blinking. But last night, everything was different. She trembled, not from cold, not from fatigue, but because she saw what she should not have seen. A fire was lit, but refused to burn. The water in the ritual cup spontaneously spilled out, though no one touched it, and the incense smoke, once her tool, turned back, crawling straight into her mouth, choking her with fear. No one stopped it. But the entire spiritual universe was turning its back on her. Fire, water, smoke. The elements that once obeyed her now betrayed her, one by one, because she was not doing this alone. There is a man, no stranger to you, a friend you once trusted, someone who sat beside you smiling while you were in pain. That very man came to her, not bearing gold or silver, but carrying things only close ones would know. Your name, your image, your birthday, along with a curse, small but filled with jealousy. They will not go far. They will not be seen. They will be forgotten until their last breath ceases. She nodded. She did not hesitate. She did what she always did. But this time, a fatal mistake. The name on the paper was yours, and you are not like the others. From the moment she called your name, the air around you began to change, not with noise, but with a strange silence. Everything gradually went mute. People around you avoided you for no clear reason. Opportunities that seemed within reach suddenly vanished without a trace. And you began to doubt yourself. You don't know why all doors close. You don't understand why your heart feels heavy each morning you wake. Not because you're weak, but because a web has been woven around you from the invisible realm. It's not magic. It is a malicious intent, sent like a curse. They will not rise. They will be forgotten. Their names will sink into darkness until no one ever speaks of them again. But last night, the sky was restless. She lay down, thinking the ritual was over. But instead of sleep, she saw a man in a white robe, standing right by her bed. He did not speak like a human. He did not shout. He only raised his hands, one pointing up to the ceiling, the other pointing to the paper with your name. And at that moment, she began to dissolve, not with blood, but with her soul. The space around her froze. The darkness she once summoned to whisper turned against her. The fire continued burning, but the room was chillingly cold, and the shadows, which used to obey her, now stood behind, whispering in a language she no longer understood. She, once defiant, could no longer command. And here is what she forgot in her pact. Never fear what you call forth. But last night, she saw something beyond her sight, and she collapsed. She finally whispered surrender. I cancel. I retract. I erase what I have done. But everything still did not stop, because heaven does not act by her words. Heaven acts because of another, one who weeps for you. Someone has prayed for you, not with fancy words, but with a broken heart. Maybe they don't know the whole story. Maybe they have never heard of that woman or the ritual, but in desperation, they called your name with true love. And that tear is stronger than any spell. Heaven is not moved by rituals, but it trembles at the pain of a sincere soul. You may have wondered, why do you often wake up between 2 and 4 a.m.? Why do your dreams suddenly become vague, strange, and inexplicable? It's no coincidence. That is when your soul fights in a realm your body cannot reach. And last night, the battle turned. The curse that once covered you began to crack. The suffocating delay started to crumble, and a naked truth was revealed. Your delay is not because you lack effort. Number it comes from a hidden hand, once embraced by you as kin. They gave the key to your fate to that woman, not because they saw you as a threat, but because they could not bear the light within you. That man, who once thought he had succeeded when he left the sorcerer's doorstep. He smiled with relief, as if everything was going according to his plan. He saw you silent and thought, it's over. You did not resist, did not accuse, did not leave. And he took your silence as a sign of defeat. He even smiled when hearing you fail, when seeing you falter, when witnessing the light in you dim. But last night, it all shattered. The woman he once hired has now turned her back on him. Not because she wanted to, but because the darkness betrayed her first. And once betrayed by what she once controlled, she could no longer stay silent. She will speak. She must speak. Not with pleas, but with accusations. His name, the one who hid in the shadows, will now be spoken. No longer whispered behind backs, but in judgment, in revelation, in justice from the spiritual realm. And you, once trapped in an invisible net, are now being pulled free. The fragile thread blocking your steps is being burned away, piece by piece. The curses that once covered your name are now being rewritten by heaven itself. Remember this, you are not failing because you're weak. You are being blocked by a hidden force fueled by the jealousy of one who once embraced you. He is not like an enemy. He does not appear as a villain, but in his heart, bitterness grew silently until it became a sharp dagger plunged into your back. And that woman, who once crafted a ritual with curses, could not complete her work, not because her power was weak, but because the light within you is too strong. You are not ordinary. You were chosen, even before you knew it. and the very moment she tried to lock your fate, heaven cracked. Michael, the archangel, stepped down, without warning, without hesitation. And when he entered that room, the entire curse immediately turned back to where it was sent from. Do not be afraid, but from now on, you must be cautious, not with the naked eye, but with spiritual vision, because the next 9 days will be unlike any before. They are sacred days. A part of you is being restored in silence, but at the same time, the masks of others will fall publicly. That man, the one who made your name a sacrifice, he will not sit still. He will feel the loss, even if no one speaks of it. His body will change. His face will twitch upon hearing news of your success. His mind will stagger at the news of your return, not because you attack, but because heaven has decreed. In those 9 days, you will see. People unexpectedly avoid you. Don't hold on. Doors quietly open. Step inside. And some people will come to help you without understanding why they do. This is not luck. It is divine compensation. As for her, the woman who once sowed darkness, her hands will tremble for the next 3 weeks, not from illness, but because the spiritual gate she opened has been sealed by fire from heaven. Her name, now on a list she cannot erase, and you will feel this clearly. The chaotic dreams that once disoriented you will disappear. The unexplained heaviness on your chest will lift. Mornings, you will awaken with a mind as light as if never bound. This is the sign. The burden that weighed on you was never yours. It is a spiritual burden, and now it has been lifted. Forgive. Do not misunderstand. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Freedom of the soul, freedom to rise higher. This path is not easy, because when you recall the words they said behind your back, the schemes they wove, pain may arise. When you realize the joy they took in your suffering, anger will come. But do not respond with curses. Bless them with silence, a silence not born of weakness, but of a power that transcends. Do not let revenge cloud your ability to enter your heaven, because your ascension does not depend on them. It depends only on whether you can shed the old stones they deliberately threw at your feet. And then, recently, when you see those old shadows, you will see more clearly. That is a sign of cleansing. This is the time when you no longer need to argue or seek revenge, because your recovery will be greater than they could imagine. What you are going through now will no longer have the darkness of the past, because light is shining from within you, and then they will try to contact you, maybe through others, through symbols, strange coincidences. Do not listen. Do not open your mind to them anymore. Simply close the door in silence. Let the fire inside you speak for itself, without a word in return. Now, everything is changing. You no longer see the world through a foggy glass, because you see more clearly than ever before. The light has begun to shine from within you, and every step you take will lead you to things you never imagined. What you have lost, what you have waited for. Now, everything has been restored. The door you have long awaited will open. Just a little patience, for what belongs to you is on its way. Perhaps those around you will feel distant, not understanding why you have changed. Don't worry about that. Not everyone can walk with you on this path. These people, these circumstances, will gradually fade away to make room for genuine relationships and new opportunities. You will realize that not everyone can keep up with your new rhythm. And importantly, don't chase after them. Let them go, because no one can continue with you if they are not in harmony with your purpose and mission. This is a process of purification. Don't be surprised when you start noticing changes around you. Unexpected things, sudden encounters. These are no coincidences. They are divine compensation. People you've never met before will come to support you, perhaps helping in work, in life, or even opening doors to opportunities you never imagined before. And there will be a special person entering your life. One who not only brings new opportunities, but also hands you important keys. Keys to open doors you thought were closed forever. A home, a career opportunity, a position you thought you lost, all will return. But this time, you will step in with a heart free of burdens. Remember, you have never truly lost. What you've been through was simply the necessary condition for you to become who you are about to be. Your vision now will no longer be blurred by the fatigue of the past. The light within you will shine stronger than ever because the barriers have been removed. You will find yourself standing stronger than before, not because of what you've endured, but because you now understand yourself better, the invisible power you hold. Now, your path will open and a new life awaits you. What you have lost, what you have waited for, will all be fully restored. Trust this journey. Your steps have been preordained. And now, you just need to move forward, with faith that great recovery is near. The road ahead won't be completely smooth. New challenges may arise, but don't be afraid, for they're not signs of weakness or failure. On the contrary, they signal progress, opportunities for you to reaffirm your strength once again. Everything you've experienced is now being prepared to lead you to higher goals, but there will also be new challenges along the way. These challenges are not traps, but tests you will overcome easily because you are equipped with everything necessary. Remember, you have divine protection. Closed doors have opened new paths, and each challenge you face will only make you stronger. As you move forward, some people from your past may try to re-enter your life. They may not truly understand or appreciate your potential, yet they want a part of your life. These people may not be bad, but pay attention to their intentions. Are they truly bringing positivity, or are they unnecessary obstacles to your growth? Do not hesitate to set boundaries. Don't fear being misunderstood or isolated. Your path is not to please everyone, but to confidently move toward what is destined for you. Your wisdom will grow stronger as you walk steadily on this open path. You will realize you are learning to recognize signs from the universe, guidance you might have previously overlooked. Your intuition will become clearer, and you will feel stronger in making decisions. You might start to notice different attitudes from those around you, and that's normal. Those who no longer match your frequency will gradually drift away, but don't feel regret. They have played a part in your journey, and now you are ready to continue alone or alongside those who truly support you. And if you feel a little uneasy, don't worry. It is simply a sign of growth and inner transformation. You will gradually get used to these changes and realize that true metamorphosis is a necessary process to help you become a better version of yourself. In the end, always remember, what you have learned from the past is never wasted. All the wounds, failures, and pain. They are precious lessons that prevent you from repeating old mistakes. Failures do not define you, but how you rise and keep moving forward after every stumble is what will lead you to true success. Keep going strong. Keep trusting yourself and your path. Challenges will no longer be fears, but opportunities for you to assert yourself and rise higher. Walk with confidence and your inner strength. You are on the right track. You have overcome hardships, escaped the darkness, and now the path ahead shines brighter than ever. Your journey is not a fast race, but a long, meaningful trip that requires time to go through each stage. You will never be the same person again because you've undergone profound changes. And every step you take now carries new strength, new energy. Remember, this journey is not just about you, but about what you will bring to this world. As you change, as you grow, you not only impact your own life, but also those around you, helping them see their ability to rise and overcome their own limits. You are an inspiration, a light in the lives of others, whether they realize it or not. Now is the time to look to the future with trust and hope. What's gone, let it go. What has been laid as a foundation for you, now is the time for you to build firmly, develop, and reap the rewards you deserve. Don't let the negatives of the past hold you back, because everything you have been through is the bricks that build a strong foundation for your future. Keep moving forward, not because you are already strong, but because you have learned to rise when everything is against you. You are a great warrior. Even when you feel tired sometimes, remember that every challenge, every difficulty is part of the grand plan the universe has prepared for you. You are not random. You are purposeful. You have a mission. As you step into a brighter future, always hold in your heart gratitude, perseverance, and love. Love yourself, love the journey you have been through, and cherish the lessons you have learned. Because you are a living testament to human strength, to the miraculous change we can achieve when we believe in ourselves and the power of the universe. The end of this journey is the beginning of a new path, full of hope and bright opportunities. Whenever you feel tired, remember you are never alone. There is protection, there is guiding light, and countless opportunities waiting ahead. Walk confidently, knowing your path is opening, and you deserve all the best. Wishing you strength, patience, and wisdom to continue your journey. Always remember, you live not only for yourself, but also for what you will bring to the world. And finally, once again, you are protected. You are victorious. You are great. Now, rise up and step into the era of prosperity and happiness you deserve.